What's going on, everybody? Rob Jordan. Want to give y'all a quick little report and talk about a few things real quick. It's mid-May. Fish are biting. It's post-spawn, but it starts to get a little tough out here. The biggest thing that I can recommend to anybody is just start looking ahead, looking for the places that the fish are going to be going to in the summer. Your deep points, your deep humps, brush piles. A lot of just the deep water areas that the fish are going to be moving to, as it continues to get warmer. Top waters, worms, things like that are always going to be consistent, in the summertime, along with, underspins, fish heads, swim baits, and things like that. Two baits. Top water is really good this time of year, and over the next few weeks, you're going to see a lot of, good top water action. But two consistent baits that work really well for me every year this time of year is, some variation of a worm and an underspin. This right here is just a fish head with a Z-Man diesel minnow on it. This bait is going to work on Lanier really about 10 months out of the year, but it's a great bait for fishing around any type of herring spawn areas you may see, deep brush piles, points, wherever. It's just a good bait. I use white in the diesel minnow a lot of times and smoky shad. Those are really probably my two #1 colors. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret here. Something I just started playing with here recently. You probably heard me talk a lot about the bang sticks. Now the hula sticks is the original version, the small version. It's really designed for a Ned rig, and it's one of my favorite Ned rig baits. But I started playing with this little guy here on a Nico rig, and a Z-Man Nico Shrooms weight, sticks up in the plastics, not coming out. This thing right here, I find is going to take the place of a drop shot. Many times it works well deep, dropping on vertical fish or on brush piles. Caught some fish on it this week, 25, 30 feet. It's got an awesome action. Stands straight up just like you see it right there. Really good bait. Just throwing it on 8-pound Seagar. This is a Seagar Tatsu leader. But give this one a try, guys. You're really going to like this thing. Fishing it anywhere you want to go, shallow, deep, doesn't matter. This little thing right here is going to get you a lot of bites. This is just green pumpkin. They make it in a lot of colors that they're going to do really well for you. You may be able to hear behind us, the lake's getting super busy, guys. So whenever you're out here, just practice boat safety. Be aware of your surroundings. Wear your life jacket at all times. Just be safe and have fun on the water. But another thing I want to talk to y'all about, and just help remind everybody, is just when you're out here on Lanier, or any lake for that matter in the summertime, just be aware of your surroundings and just focus on boat safety. Just get out there and have a fun time. Always wear your life jacket. And one little thing that I want to kind of remind guys of is if you got an inflatable like one of these right here, you also need to have a regular traditional life jacket in there unless you're going to wear this all day. So if you just got an inflatable in the boat, you've got to be wearing that at all times. But I'd encourage anybody, especially when you're driving the boat, make sure that you've got your life jacket on, your kill switch hooked up, especially every time that you're driving. And any kids under 13 are going to need to be wearing a life jacket all day. So get one that's comfortable for them. Another little tip that I just want to kind of throw out there, fish care. Summertime is really, really tough on these spotted bass. The fish are just coming off the bed. It takes them some time to recover. That's why they go out there, that deep, cool water, in the summertime, to kind of, recuperate and feed up and get ready for the warm months of the year. But something that I started practicing several years ago, it's just a personal thing. Obviously anybody can do whatever they choose to do with their fish, but I think that it's something that's really important for this fishery, is that I don't live well fish unless I'm in a tournament. Maybe it might, unless it's a special circumstance. I'm not putting fish in my live well for any reason. Not to get pictures, not to drive them around and get pictures at the end of the day. I think that's something that we can all do a better job at. It's just a lot of stress on these fish to be in the live well. It's one thing in the colder months, in the winter time, it might not be quite as big of a deal, but from this point of the year all the way until, late September, October, that's just something that I practice, and I would encourage anybody to do the same. Take a picture of them real quick, get them in the water. A lot of times on a trip, if we might not have our camera ready, what I'll do is I'll just sit there and hold the fish in the water until we're ready to take a picture. So we're not keeping them out of water for much longer than really 20, 30 seconds is really kind of my max. I think that it's something that we can all do a better job at. Lanier's getting more pressure than it ever has, and it's going to continue to go that way. So, guys, just take care of your fish. And when we are fishing our tournaments or night tournaments and weekend club events and things like that in the summer, get you some ice. Clean your live wells out. Even get an oxygen system. Maybe get some fish care. Some additive. Whatever you need to do, but just focus on taking care of these fish. When you get a chance to, at your tournaments, put some extra water in your bag. Maybe wait until the bag line dies down so you can go weigh in your fish. You know, you don't want to walk up there and just have that bag sitting on hot asphalt in the parking lot and expect those fish to live. You know, one other last little tip I can give you about fish care is if you want to get pictures at the end of the day when you're fishing your tournament, take the pictures when you're putting them in the bag. Don't take the pictures after you've bagged them up, walked them up the hill, weighed in line, dumped them out, weighed them, put water back in, walked them all the way back down. Those fish, 90% of the time, guys, are not going to survive. You know, and we don't want to leave a bad impression at the boat ramps. We're having these tournaments for the people who may be launching the next day and see a lot of dead fish. So just a few little tips I can give you guys. And like I said, again, anytime you're out here in the summer, just practice boat safety. If you're out here at night, make sure you got lights on. Maybe even get an extra headlight. That's what I like to carry too, just in case I see a boat getting close, I can at least flash them. But guys, be safe out there, have fun, and hope to see you out there on the water. Best of luck to you guys.